Good morning, all of you. Already we have completed 90 idioms. Today I am going to in detailed explanation from in this class from 91 to 100 idioms, almost all 10 idioms. In previous classes I have completed 9 lectures, 9 classes. It has been divided into 9 parts. 9 parts have been completed. It is the 10th part or 10th class number 10 from 91 to 100. In this class, the first idiom is put someone in his or place. Put someone in his place or put someone in her place. First of all, the meaning of this idiom is if you put people in their place, you let them know that you are less important than they think. Less important than they are thinking. They feel we are great, we are superior, but to let someone know on the time, to let someone know the person is less important than he or she thinks. To make that they are not as important or respected or influential. To make one aware that they are not as important. To know he is not a special or powerful or important as he thinks he is. We remind them, someone of their position, actual position. We remind them. Put someone is our place means. For example, when he exceeded his brief to take charge of a project, the boss put him in his place. He is ready to take charge, but he is not a capable person to deal with that project. In that situation, we put his in place, in his place. You put in his place. When he tried to take a charge, what we do? We immediately put him in his place. That he is not a capable person to do that project. His competency, his ability is not enough to do that. That is the meaning of the idiom. And we go to the next 92 idiom. Number 92 idiom, point finger at. What is the meaning of? You say that you should be blamed or criticized. To accuse or blaming. To accusing or blaming someone of doing wrong, point finger at. Point finger at means to accuse someone, to blame someone, to identify someone as the guilty. Guilty means, what is the meaning of guilty? Responsible for the wrongdoing. We have to point out or point finger at, that means point finger at. The meaning of the sentence, idiom is, why are you point finger at me? I am not the only person responsible for the loss. He is asking one of the colleagues. What did he ask? I am not the only person responsible for the loss. Why are you pointing finger at me? That is the meaning of the point finger at me. For example, he was quick to point a finger at his co-worker. He is pointing out a finger to his co-worker. That means, let us stop going pointing finger at each other and just solve the problem. We are not pointing finger at each other. What is our aim? To solve our problem first of all. We are not blaming each other. Blaming each other, accusing each other, it is not important at present. The main aim is to solve the problem. That is more important. Point finger at means to criticize each and everyone. That is the meaning of this idiom. Pour out one's heart. Pour out one's heart means if you pour out your heart, you reveal your thoughts or inner feelings. You disclose your thoughts or inner feelings. You share your deepest and most intimate emotions or innermost thoughts, innermost secrets. Why? Because expressed you innermost thoughts, especially in the profane or sudden manner. We will explain you if we are in the any trouble, we will especially a sudden manner. We expressed the inner thoughts, innermost intimate emotions to share someone profuse or sudden manner, to tell someone our secret feelings or things that worry ours. You become very feel strong need to take about them, to speak very freely. Don't put the secret, don't hidden our ideas to someone about one's private and most deeply felt emotions. We reveal our secrets also before some of our colleagues, our well-wishers, when we are in the, especially in a profuse manner and sudden manner, to share our deepest, most intimate emotions. That is a pour out one's heart. For example, I poured my heart out to my colleague about the mismanagement in the company. They are treating me a mismanagement. They are doing, they are performing, they are treating in mismanagement. On that time, I revealed my thoughts and inner feelings. That means pour out my heart. Pour out. For example, she poured out her heart. She poured out her heart. That means soul, S-O-U-L, soul. Pour out her thought or pour out our soul. She is poured out her heart or soul to her mother. The daughter revealed. The daughter shared. The daughter expressed to his mother, and she poured out her heart or soul to her mother. In sometimes it is always not good. All the secrets or innermost thoughts, intimate ideas, emotions, it not good in sometimes. It is not a good idea to pour our heart out to everyone we meet. It is not a good habit to everyone to meet. Who are well-wishers, we will explain pour out our heart. Not everyone we meet, we don't express. Pour out one sort, that is the explanation. And we go to the next number 94. Swallow your pride. Swallow your pride means, if you swallow your pride, you do something even though it hurts your self-respect. Even though we are suffering, we feel we hurts self-respect. We did not exhibit, we did not exclose that thoughts to decide to do something, although it will make us feel embarrassed or ashamed. Even though we are ashamed, even though we think it will cause to me to lose our respect. We know it lose our respect, but we swallowed. For example, I swallowed here. Example sentence is, I swallowed my pride. Even though it hurts our respect to do menial task for 6 months till I found a better job. Our aim is to get the better job. I swallowed my pride to do menial task I have done menial tasks also. That is the explanation and example of the swallow your pride. One more example I will explain you. I swallowed my pride and phoned him and apologized him. To ignore my ego in order to something. Ego, we ignore my ego and in order to do something. On that occasion we use to swallow your pride. Number 95, the idiom is when push comes to shove, when situation turns desperate. Situation turns desperate. What is the meaning of desperate? Desperate means situation is so bad. The situation is so bad. The desperate means the situation is so bad. So bad. The situation is so bad. If push comes to shove, I will take loan to finance my education. If the situation is so bad, I will go to the bankers and ask the loan to finance my education. That is the push when push comes to shove. Push comes to shove, the situation comes so bad that you have to do. When a situation reaches a critical point and you must make a decision on how to progress. Otherwise it deteriorates. The situation deteriorates, becomes desperate. When matters become critical, when a decision to be made. That is the when push comes to shove, to turn desperate. It comes worst. It comes critical. When a decision to be made. If push comes to shove, we can always sell the car. If push comes to shove. To shove means it becomes bad condition. It is not work properly. Its situation is critical. But we have to take and to sell the car. It frequently becoming a repair. So we have to ready to sell the car. Its situation is deteriorate and it becomes desperate. That's why that is the situation turns desperate. Number 96 idiom, raining cats and dogs. If it rains cats and dogs, it rains heavily. It is a simple meaning. It has been asking you in many examinations, in many competitive examinations and academic also, raining cats and dogs. Rains means cats, dogs means winds. That means heavily, rains heavily to a storm with wind and heavy raining, much noisy. A cat and a dog are great enemies. Generally, a cat and a dog are enemies. And once they meet, when they once they meet, it is a havoc, a big fight. It involves in big fight. One more meaning is too much heavy rain, raining tremendously. Raining tremendously. For example, it has been raining cats and dogs for the last hour, so let us brace up for the traffic jam. It rains cats and dogs. Generally in our India, in our state, it rains and cats when the monsoon comes to India. In our India, monsoon comes, it rains cats and dogs. When we were returning from the picnic, we went to the picnic, it was raining cats and dogs. When we have been to the picnic, when we were returning, in the return journey, it was raining cats and dogs. Cats and dog means it rains heavily. One more meaning is very extremely, tremendously, havoc, or big fight. That is another meaning also. Some idioms, innumerable meanings are also there. Read between the lines. If you read between the lines, you try to understand someone's real feelings or intentions from what they say or write. We understand the internal feeling of our colleagues, our friends, our classmates. That is the read between the lines. What is the mood of what is the feeling of our friend? Read between the lines means to understand the hidden meaning, to precise or deduce a meaning that is hidden or implied rather than being openly stated, even though they should not be say or share their feelings. So their feelings, we are identified, recognized, or discover the hidden meaning of the purpose in something written, said to, or done. The hidden are implied rather than they are being openly stated, even though they are openly stated. We understand the hidden meaning. We perceive the meaning. We deduce the meaning. We discover the hidden meaning. That is the meaning of the read between the lines. The government says that the company is robust, but if you look at employment data and read further between the lines or read further between the lines, you realize that the situation is not the rosy. That is the meaning of the sentence. And the one more meaning, reading between the lines, I would say he is not happy with the situation. I have been observing one person, the facial expression. Face is the index of my mind. Just we saw him, and I tell him, what did I do? I say, what did I tell? Reading between the lines, I would say, he is not happy with the situation. Number 98. 98 idiom is beat a tree, retreat. Retreat. Retreat means move back or withdrawing. That is the meaning of the retreat. Here you withdraw from the dangerous or unpleasant situation. Beat a retreat. Retreat means move back or withdrawing from dangerous, unpleasant situations. To run away from a dangerous and unpleasant situation. To run away from dangerous, to leave a place or situation quickly. To withdraw from a place very quickly. That is the meaning of the beat retreat meaning. Seeing the cops. Cops means police. The arsonists beat a hasty retreat. For example, when we saw the police arriving, we beat a hasty retreat means we run away from the dangerous situation or unpleasant situation. And when the rain started, everyone in the field, to beat retreat means they left that place. If you beat a retreat, you leave a place. Embarrassing or dangerous situation. In order to avoid, why do we run away? In order to avoid an embarrassing or dangerous situation, we leave that place, withdraw from the dangerous situation or unpleasant situation. Take somebody for a ride. If you take somebody for a ride, you deceive them. Take somebody from a ride means to deceive them. To deceive or cheat someone. To abduct someone with the intention of the murdering them. To teach, to cheat or deceive, a swindle, a trick. We played a trick to deceive someone, to cheat someone, to deceive someone. The placement of agency took hundreds of people for a ride by promising non-existing extent jobs. They are deceiving. That particular agency has deceived the students. For example, I think we have been taken for a ride. That means to cheat or deliberately mislead someone. For example, I paid for the package, a travel package, but it was never delivered. We booked in online. After 2 weeks, I realized what happened, that I had been taken for a ride. That means I have been deceived. That means I have been cheated. I have been cheated. I have been swindled. That is the meaning of the take somebody for a ride. And go to the last one, go through the roof. What is the meaning of the go through the roof? To increase beyond all expectations. To increase beyond all expectations means to become very angry or upset. To rise to a very high level. Some more example. In informal language, to become very angry. Formal, to increase beyond all expectations. There are two meanings are there. To lose our one's temper, to become extremely angry. Here the meaning is formal meaning, increase beyond all expectations. For example, simple example is there. What is the example? Petrol and diesel prices have gone through the roof means it has been raised very rapidly. The cost of the diesel and petrol is very high. That means go through the roof. For example, nowadays buying the house is going through the roof. If suddenly increases or rapidly increases, nowadays buying the flat or room or house in the city or town, it is going through the roof. My father went through the roof when he saw what I did to the car. That means my father became angry, extremely angry. It is the informal, angry. All these idioms from 1 to 100 idioms. This is the concluding class up to the 100 idiom. I should request you, all of you who are learners and students and who are watching our videos, my videos, you should study or grasp or the entire the meaning of the idiom. In our examination, they have given isolated, they have been asked individual idiom and meaning, and also in sometimes there are contextual meanings. If the students understand clearly, thoroughly, we never lose points or marks. That is my ambition, my desire. That's why I have been explaining each and every idiom in detail in a simple language to understand from high school students to college students or any competitive participants. You should watch. If you don't understand once you have seen, you should repeatedly to see 1 or 2 times that video. If you have any doubt, try to ask me. I will clarify any doubt regarding to these idioms. Thank you, one and all. Goodbye, all of you.